guys, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Z, lawyer, YouTuber, and all-around amazing woman. Now, to get into this gist, just click on that subscribe button so that you don't miss anything from me. So it's no longer news that YUL Edochie, who is a Nigerian actor and a one-time presidential aspirant, and he's still a presidential aspirant last time I remember, of the 2023 presidential election, came out today to post that he has a son with his second wife, and that threw the whole internet to another level. Like, everyone was like, huh? I mean, you see comments like, I thought they said if you stick with a man when he was poor, that the marriage will last longer and everything. So I want to talk about the legal implication of certain marriages using his marriage as a case study. Now, you understand that there are three types of marriages in Nigeria. You have the church wedding, you have the traditional wedding, and then you have the marriage under the act. That is what we call the court wedding, right? So there are only two marriages that gives you sort of exclusivity as one man, one wife, and that is the church marriage and then the court wedding. The restriction or the exclusivity or the exclusiveness of the church wedding bears its origin from the Bible. The Bible is of the Bible says one man, one wife. One man, one wife. And then the church, especially the Catholic Church, I'm a Catholic, so I'm better off suited to talk about that one. The Catholic Church will not wed you if you have a second wife. The Catholic Church will not wed a second wife. The Catholic Church will not even, there's certain things, the person might even be excommunicated. The person might not even be accepted into the CW and all those kind of things. Now, that is on the church side, right? Now, let's talk about the legal implications. Now, you understand that the law also sees one man, one wife. So the moment you appear at the court registry and you sign those papers and you say you want to be married under the act, you want to be married under the law, you want to be legally married, it means that you are signing to be exclusive to each other. It means that you're saying no person is allowed to enter into our marriage, no other person, we don't need a third party. So it is just you and I. So the moment the man moves and gets married to another woman, it is a crime. It is a criminal offense. It's called bigamy. Bigamy is an offense where a man marries someone else while he's still married to another person. So you contract another wedding, be it legal marriage, be it customary marriage, be it traditional wedding, or be it church marriage, whilst you are still legally married to another person. That is an offense, and it's called bigamy. Now, taking the YUL Edochie marriage into this scenario right now, so you see that I do not know if he was legally married or if he married under the act, as people would term it. So that's another thing aside. So if he married under the act and then with his first wife and he went ahead to do this whilst he hasn't divorced the other lady, then it's an offense. Now you see what I'm talking about. But if he's not married under the act, nothing, absolutely nothing precludes him from taking as much wives as he wants. You understand that the customary marriage or the customary tradition of Nigeria or the Igbo traditional customs actually admonishes or advocates for polygamy, right? It's more like, I don't know the rationale behind that, but Igbo men love to marry more than one wives, and you see that happening especially in cases where the first wife is not able to bear male children. That was where it was more prominent, and for people who just have maybe more sexual urges than other people just wanted, and then in the olden days it was actually a sign of a wealthy man. The number of wives and the number of children, the number of tuber of yams you have in your band, those are the thresholds to actually ascertain the wealth of a man as at then. So you understand that the Igbo traditional culture actually allows, even the Hausa traditional culture even till now allows for polygamy. Polygamy is the only thing that is allowed. So I know that a lot of people are clamoring for gender equality. Are you also going to say that a woman should marry more than one husband? That is something that that is a different topic altogether. But what the tradition recognizes is one man, 1,001 wives. I mean, follow the likes of your ancestor Solomon. Go into the world and multiply. So you see that happening. You see that happening a number of times, right? So, like with this marriage thing, like I was saying, using the marriage as a case study, I know he's going to be under fire for a lot of things, but you begin to realize that in as much as polygamy for me is naturally acceptable to the Igbo customs and traditions, I feel like in this age and time where we belong, polygamy should be discussed. If you want to take on another wife whilst you're still married to someone else, I feel like that is a topic you have to bring to the table. Whether or not she's going to accept it is a different scenario altogether. So you don't just do that. And then most of the times when polygamy is not quite discussed stems from the fact that maybe the person was cheating and then a child was born out of that. So you realize that now there's nothing like an illegitimate child in Nigeria anymore. That part has been scrapped. No child is a bastard. No child is illegitimate anymore. So every child is a legitimate child, irrespective of how he or she was conceived. So you understand that. I know there's a lot of talks and this and that, down, but I mean, he's brave enough to own up to it rather than leaving us to speculations. I mean, even if we had found out from speculation, would have dragged him. Now he has owned up, people are still going to drag him. So it's just there. But I just wanted to bring that out because I see a lot of people saying, is bigamy, is this one, is that one. Bigamy only comes to play when you are married under the act. Bigamy does not come to play when you only did church wedding or you only did traditional wedding. So this is for young girls who are about to get married, and maybe your husband to be or your fiancé is saying he doesn't want a legal marriage, he doesn't want to marry under the act, he doesn't want a court wedding. It means that he's saying the marriage is not exclusive to you. You guys are not exclusive to each other. So tomorrow he can take on 1,001 wives, he can take on another wife. But if he is legally married to you, before he can take on another wife, he has to be divorced from that woman, right? So that's what I wanted to clear out here. So bigamy can only come to play when you are married under the act, when you did court wedding, marriage at the registry, court registry. That's what court wedding is. So if you did not have that, if you only had traditional wedding, then you understand that it is not going to work, because the tradition allows for 1,001 wives. The church does not, but the church doesn't. The only thing is, you know how religion is now. Hey, you're just going to be excommunicated from a number of things in church, do this or not, but you still live your normal life. But if it is marriage under the act, then you have a lot of things to contend with. So I hope I've been able to explain this as much as I can to a lot of people so that you're well informed and everything. So till I come your way next time, do well to subscribe, share, and leave me a comment. Like when I saw the news, I was like, men, this gender, fear them. Men, the male gender is hilarious. So with the women, I mean, we are so quick to throw blows up and down. If a DNA test is carried out on, if there are 1,000 children in Nigeria, if a DNA test is carried out on 1,000 of them, you realize that 600 or even 500 might not be the children of the man who she calls her husband. Some might stem from the fact that the woman cheated. Some might stem from the fact that maybe the baby was switched at birth. It's a number of different things. So sometimes it is better to let the sleeping dog lie, especially in this part of the world where we come from. So yeah, till I come away next time, remember to subscribe, share, and leave me a comment.